Hello YouTube. Uh, Today we're gonna maintenance replace a few parts on my 535 F10 2013. We're gonna replace the timing belt tensioner pulley, the regular pulley, and also the drive belt. We're gonna put one that is reinforced with Kevlar. It's supposed to last longer than the traditional one. I bought this off of ECS Tuning. Only they have this Kevlar reinforced one. The part number is 8PK1390 ECS. I had to replace them because there was a small leak on my air filter housing gasket and whatnot, and I'm afraid it has damaged the pulleys and the belt. The only hard job to really do that is these small bolts right here. I did something like this. It's a 5mm Allen wrench. I did with these and then put it inside here like this, and I start loosening it gently. You don't want to strip that, otherwise it's gonna be very, very difficult to get it out. The rest of the stuff is very easy. We're gonna remove this 2 bolt on the crossbar. We're not gonna remove these 2. Instead, we're gonna remove the whole windshield cowl, the fan cowl cover, or whatever you call it, and we're gonna remove the fan. Once we remove the fan, we're gonna have access to everything. So I'm gonna start by removing this. To remove it, I use a torque drive. It's gonna be easier to remove it. It's a 15mm nut. We remove them. Once we remove them, we're gonna remove this headlight cover thing right here. These 2. Then we're gonna remove this whole brace altogether, and I'm gonna start doing that. And once I get to the the cooling fan, I'm gonna show you how to remove that as well. Thank you for watching. I'm just gonna do it fairly quick, so I'm gonna try to put my camera in a way that I can actually show how to remove it. Let me try and fix my tripod. I don't know if you have any. I think you should have something right there, okay? That's the bolt. That's the second bolt. By the way, these bolts, some say you have to replace them once you remove them. I looked at the ISTA for instruction. There is nowhere in the ISTA that says that you have to replace the bolt with the new ones. You can use this again. I'm gonna use it again because I didn't get the instruction from ISTA. You can replace it if you want. It's like $8-9 a piece. Waste of money if you do. For this model F10, I think it's the same thing for all models from 2011 and up. You don't need to replace them. That's per instruction of the ISTA, okay? So let me see if I can have a better view. Now we're gonna tackle this bad boy right here. Okay. Don't take it off the two bottom crossbars, otherwise you might it might fall down and it's going to be a hassle to fix it. So I'm just going to leave it loose here. There is two torque bits right here that we have to remove. I'm going to go get the tool for those, and then we're going to loosen the cover so we can get to the bolts right here. There is two bolts right here too. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, we're going to remove these two torque bits. I think they're T30. I'm not sure, because the one I have is doesn't say. It doesn't say which one is it, so either 25, 30, I'm guessing. There you go. Make sure you don't lose them. I'm gonna put them away. It's a wise idea to have one of these magnetic trays. Put everything in there as you remove them. I'm gonna get some other tool and I'll be back. It doesn't work. This has a push-up clamps. They break very easy, so like that you remove with this thing. This clamp removal tool is a good idea to have it. And also it's a good idea to have a bunch of these plastic clamps when you attempt this job, because they break very easy, and it's good to have. They're like very cheap, you know, it's not that expensive. I'm gonna remove this one as well. Like that. There you go. These are our small parts and bits. Once this is removed, as you see, there is 2 bolts here and 2 bolts there. If you don't do this, you have to remove a whole lot more. I think I'm gonna remove one more of this. There is 2 plastic clamps, one here and one on the other side, to just give it a better grip, or be able to lift it up a little bit more than needed. That way it's easier to. There you go. I think I lost one. I lost the pin for that one, but I have a bunch of new ones, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Once that is removed, now we have better access to these. It's different size. Can you believe it? Okay, this is a of course it doesn't say. I think this is like a 10, cannot be 10, maybe 13 millimeter. I'm gonna remove it with these so I don't have to lift the this plastic cover too much so it doesn't crack. Okay, like that. Doesn't want to come out like this. There's 4 of those. I removed one. I'm going to remove the other 3 and I'll get back to you. I just found out that it's easier to use one of these ratcheting tools. I think it's 13 millimeter to loosen it. and then remove it by hand because there is not much room to put longer bits and tools in it. So that's what I did for last time. Is much easier. Okay, I'm gonna remove the last one and I'll get back to you. Okay, so the two bolts are removed. There is two more bolts, I think, that is holding the, if I'm not wrong, I think it's the two more torque bits, actually four more. There is two here and two on the other side that is holding this what do you call it, fan cowl on the mechanisms for the hood latch and all that. So I'm gonna remove those two, and then hopefully that's the one. The other choice is to remove these separately, which is gonna be a different hassle. So I'm gonna just go ahead and remove that. Okay, I'll be back to you. So I removed two of them on the other side. This thing right here, this cover that lifts up to get to the changing the light bulbs and all that stuff on the front, it's very easy. Just lift it up and slide it to the side and it comes out. Put it aside. I think it's wise to just put it aside because if you break it then you have to replace it. It's holding on with two small pins, plastic pins. It's very easy to break. There you go. Just take your time with this, you know, don't make any mistake. Don't pull anything if it's not loosened completely, because you don't want to break more stuff. And these things are not cheap, you know. The stupid bolt like that one is $5-6, you know. These plastic covers, I bet you it's about $30-40 each at least, you know. In the near future we're gonna replace the windshield cowl that has gone bad, and you need to replace that because if the water seeps into your computer you're gonna have a big problem. So I removed this. It looks like it's loose. I'm gonna put this aside and we're gonna remove it. Okay, so we remove this. Just don't yank in on it too hard. Slowly, gently pull it. Behind here is the cables for the hood latch. Make sure you remove it before you release it. This is the one. Okay, now we're gonna remove the fan so we can have more access to the belt and pulley. I think it gives us about maybe another 3-4 inches at least. I'm gonna get some tools and then remove it. Okay, thank you. We have to remove this electrical connection to the fan. It's right here. You have to push and pull like this. Put it at the side so you don't damage it or lose it. After that, it's just you have to remove it. Move the fan and see if it comes out. Okay, I'm gonna figure out how to pull it out without damaging anything, and I'll get back to you. Okay. Okay, so when you remove the fan cloth, the fan, you need to unclip this. There is a clamp that is holding it in place. You have to remove it, and then there is two side clamps that you have to push to release. And then once you release it, you just gently lift it up. Just gently wiggle it so you don't damage anything. Okay, like this, and put it aside. All right. Now that we have access to everything, we're gonna. The first step is to remove the tensioner pulley. Then we have to kind of release the tension and then take it out. Once we do that, it's easy to remove the belt and put it back. Okay, I'm gonna try that and I'll get back. Okay, so this is the new wait, no. This is the new tensioner pulley. You need a fairly big torque bit. We're gonna push it and twist it clockwise to align these two holes, and we're gonna use a pin. We cannot use this one because it's already under tension. Once we have removed the tension, then we can unfasten this bolt and remove it. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and I'll get back to you. Okay. When you remove the belt, you have to remove this bolt pointed here that is holding this. I don't know what kind of hose is it. It's like the cooling air conditioning hose that is holding it to the body. If you don't remove that belt, it's sitting right here, you cannot remove the belt. So you have to remove this and don't lose both parts. You have to put this back on after you put the belt back on. Okay, so here's the belt. It's removed. It looks pretty good. I don't think it would fail anytime soon. You just check for cracks and all that. Anyhow, I'm gonna replace it with the new one I ordered, since I ordered it anyways. I don't want to risk getting stranded if it breaks. Before you do that, you make sure it is the same part. You know, sometimes they get stretched. The old one might be a little bit older, so they're pretty strong. So that's weird. The new one seems a tiny little bit longer. I don't know if it's good or bad. It's supposed to be a little bit tight, but you see tiny little hair longer, maybe about a 1/4 inch. Don't know, should I put this one on and risk it, or should I just keep the old one? Let me inspect this. Let's try it. Let's try to put it on. See how it's working. So, can you put it here? So when you put it on, it's actually fairly simple. This smooth part go on the outside of the pulleys. They have two pulleys. One is on the bottom, one is on, I think, right here. The groove one goes on the inside of the alternator, the drive camshaft, and this is the alternator, and then the air compressor. So we're gonna start by putting those. Once I'm done, I'm gonna show you how it looks. Okay. So to remove the tensioner pulley, you need a E16 torque with an extension because it's really tight. And when we tighten this, it's gonna be tightened torque to. Okay, can you pause it for a second? So I think the E16 was too big, so I'm gonna try the smaller one. This one is torqued to approximately 38 Newton meter. It's you're kind of going between these two hoses, so be really careful not to damage the hoses. Just take your time with it. Okay, make sure you don't drop it. I think this was the problem with my car. I'm gonna drop this bolt because you're gonna need it. You pause it, Benjamin. Okay. Pause it and put it away. So the old pulley is out with a torque bit. I don't know exactly what size it is. I'm guessing it's probably T30 or maybe, let me see, maybe around T40, I think. So anyway, take it out, be gentle so you don't strip it. Just wiggle with it until it loosens and then take it out gently. So this is the old one. There's nothing wrong with it, it's just a preventative maintenance. You're gonna put the new one back on. When you put the new one back on, where is the cover? There is this plastic cover, like a dust cover. Don't forget to put it back on so dust doesn't go inside there. Once dust and oil goes inside there, it's gonna damage it fairly quick. So I have routed the belt. You have to loop it around the what do you call this, the drive shaft first, because otherwise there is no room to get in. Put it around the drive shaft, around the air compressor. The pulley that we're gonna install goes right here. Once everything is done, we're gonna install the tensioner pulley that goes right here, and we're done. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do this, and when I'm done, I'm gonna get back to you. Okay. Ready? Okay, the pulley is in. Make sure you hand thread it a few turns until it grips. Then we set our torque to 38 Newton meter, and attempt to. Let's see if we can torque it to 38 Newton meter. That's it. 38 Newton meters. Then we're gonna put the tensioner pulley in. This is guided, it goes in only one way. There is no way you can mess this up. So I'm gonna try to align it. Once we're done, we're gonna release the tension and then removing this tool. Save this for later, you might need it. And then we're done. Okay, pause it. So the tensioner pulley is in place. Now we're gonna do the same thing, torque it to 38 Newton meter. Okay, that's tight. Now we're gonna, remember you have to route the belt around the alternator before you release the tension, otherwise you're gonna have to redo it. So it's kind of tight, you have to take your time with it. It's better to go slowly than redo it later on, if you know what I mean. This sucker is tight. Can you pause it? Okay, so managed to put the belt in place. Keep in mind, if the belt is not in proper grooving, it will not give way to put everything on. So you have to make sure that the compressor is on. Sometimes it jumps to the edge, and that's kind of gives you a little bit of way room. So make sure everything is in the groove. Feel for it, you know, the bottom, the top, everything. Make sure. See right there, I felt something wasn't in place, so it looks like it's on place here, but the bottom one. Okay, I'm gonna adjust it a little bit, and then I'm gonna release the tension on the pulley. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the tensioner pulley is in place completely. Now we're gonna release the tension. You need to, like I said, you need to release the tension. And then remove this pin and gently lay it down, okay? All right. Save this one for later, you might need it. The rest is in reverse direction. I'm gonna put the stuff back together. One thing I forgot almost, the dust cover. You need to make sure you put it back on the pulley here. It's kind of a tight stretch, but you need to do it. Oh, you're gonna do that. One more thing, when you remove the fan, this will drop. This goes right here to hold the fan in. Actually, screw the fan on. It's like a bracket. You make sure you kind of retract that. We're done. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe.